Hello, boys and girls. Good to see everybody today. Welcome to Wood Spun Around. We're going to have a little fun in the shop today doing some reclamation work. Um, Let me open this up and you can see all my friends who have just decided to join me today. There's Ruby Claire from the great tundra of the Canada. And there is there's Todd from the desert of Texas. It's probably not very deserty today, is it? Todd,
Hey,
you there? Did I lose you?
Nope, I was still
Okay,
trying
there
to
you are.
open things up, and I had YouTube going, and so I was hearing an echo. Couldn't
I
couldn't
understand
shut it.
that. Anyway, I was saying from the deserts of Texas, but you're not very deserty today, are you?
Nah, it's not bad.
Okay.
I
Well,
think
it's
we're 80
it's
degrees.
wow. It's
Yeah,
cold, rainy, gloomy here.
no,
It's yucky. It's a yucky day.
85
we've got
and
85.
sunny.
136 right now.
Yeah, yeah. Todd, you're just bragging.
It's a little on the cool side.
No, that's hot. Okay, back to the background with you. Anyway, we've got. You may have remember a few weeks ago I did a box out of a piece of a bedpost. I've got another piece of that same bedpost. It's the same mahogany that you can see. I've already found center or close enough. Um, I was going to do. I was going to turn it this way and let this be a stem for a goblet, um, but there's just a lot of off-camera work that needs to be done to do a stem, at least the way I do them. So I'm going to flip it back around. And we're not going to do another box, but we'll do a hollow form this time. Ruby said something here a while back that she had never seen me do a hollow form before. So we're going to do a hollow form with this. Not sure how we're going to treat the top, but we're going to use this as the bottom. We'll turn a tenon and get all this round, get a tenon, and we'll see what we can do about it. So while I get this all back in the lathe and everything, I'm going to let one of these guys read off to us who all is in the chat.
I'll take a stab at it, Ruby.
Sure, go right ahead.
Let's see. Roger Wallum is in. Um, Saying hello from Missouri. I think Northeast Missouri, if I remember. Ruby, Paul Norfolk Connor is in. Salisbury Crafts.
That's Jason.
Yes.
Oh,
Uh,
while we're there, Jay, I'm sorry. I'm not going to be doing color today. I don't think, unless something changes my mind while I'm working on this thing. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, that's good. Rob, Copperal Woodturning is here. Todd at Glen Cove Woodworks. Doug Bennett is in. Roger Kent saying hello. Mike Yu,
Did you get Roger Wallum?
first one.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let's see. Thomas Kenny, hello, Tom.
Yes.
Gav is here. Lucy. Ian Lee. Did I? Oh, let's see. Wurzel, the wood butcher, Alex is here.
Yes, Alex.
As I butcher your name, I'm so sorry. Um, Gosh,
I'll
did
have
it
the name
jump on me,
butcher.
or did I get to the end already?
Um, yeah, I'm scrolling down and it's going up instead of down.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any. Ooh, it just jumped on me. I'm not seeing any new names. If I missed somebody, let's see. Chris Charlton just said hello in the last entry there, I believe.
Yeah, and Dale Old Man River Woodturner.
Oh yeah,
Did you get Chris Charlton?
I did. Yes.
Okay. Ah,
Richard Hinke just joined. Yeah, I
I,
think we
I
got
think we're
everybody.
there.
Yeah, I did too.
Anyway, if we missed you, we apologize, and we're happy you're here, and thank you for joining us.
Yeah, put a comment in. Let us know.
Absolutely glad everybody's here. It's like I said, it's kind of a nasty day outside. There's not a whole lot better to be doing on a nasty day like this, other than to be in the shop and doing some turning, having some fun with some friends.
Well, the only thing I've been doing today has been unpacking all the stuff from the wood show.
Yeah.
There was a good turnout, a lot of people. But the worst part is after you unpack everything, then you've got to start putting it away. That's
Yeah.
almost as bad as cleaning the house.
I've got these calipers set to the size of tenon for this particular chuck.
Rex just joined.
Hi, Rex.
Hey,
Ian,
Rex.
Ian says it's been raining all day in Manchester, England. That's too bad. I hope Wayne's not getting the rain.
Ruby, I did a demo for Easy Wood Tools Halloween night, Halloween afternoon.
Oh, good. How'd that go?
I just put the tools away yesterday.
Oh, ain't that the fact? It just, yeah. I bring mine in, I set them down, they sit on the floor and get in my way for 2 weeks, it seems like.
Bless
Okay,
my wife. She made it like 2.5 weeks without saying anything about them. I brought them in the front door and they sat there. Next thing you know, it was the middle of the busiest competition time for the marching band, and so they just sat there.
Now, Doug, Roger has a suggestion. He suggested you could hollow from the bottom and then just have a small hole in the top.
Oh, but what's the fun of that?
Well, you get to make some kind of plug or something to put in there. That and then with your little laser pecker, design it as hide it then as a coin, right? Do a little engraving on it, make it look intentional.
Yeah, I've done that, and it's that's a whole different animal. We'll do just a normal. That's a great suggestion. I'm not poo-pooing that suggestion at all. It's a good suggestion. We're not going to do that
That's a
today.
nice shape that's there. And Todd at Glen Cove says it's 85 in the Dallas area. He's been enjoying the weather, reading a book. He just came in from it.
Goodness.
Here it's a rain snow mixture and about 35, 36 degrees all day.
There it is.
I was telling Doug earlier when I got home late Sunday night from the wood show, I discovered my house was very cold. It was 43 degrees. My furnace had gone out.
Well, it's not going to stay like this forever here in Dallas. Todd will have to put up with like 72 as a high on Thursday.
Oh, that's rough.
Yeah, it's going to be rough.
Well, fortunately, I had some space heaters in the garage that got me through the night. And the next morning, the repairmen were here within 20 minutes of my making a call. Turned out it was just a computer chip when we had an overall power failure.
Well, this must have been the week for furnaces going out. Mine was out as well.
Well, I'll tell you.
Todd's saying we're expecting a cold front here in Dallas for Thanksgiving, but I didn't look. I don't know what that means. A week and a half ago, it was 39 degrees in the morning when I took my dad to dialysis. So it was chilly here.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I don't care for weather over 70 degrees. I'd prefer a snowy day.
Yeah, they're saying a low of 36 on Thursday for Thanksgiving.
feel sorry for the people then that are in the Thanksgiving parade.
Mm.
Now, Rex says he's been sick for 3 months and having a slow recovery, but it's enabled him to see and hear wood turning. He enjoys seeing it as he's not able to do it for another month or so.
Wow.
And he
Well,
says Florida is nice today at 70. Well, we're glad to have your company, Rex.
glad you're here and hope you recover quickly.
Yeah, I was just thinking as Todd was reading out the names, I hadn't heard your name in a long time, Rex, but it's good to hear your name, see you in the chat.
Yeah, and Todd has suggested to Rex that some sawdust will help with his recovery.
Sawdust therapy is never a bad thing.
Heck,
Unless you got a lung condition.
Heck, at the wood show, I was giving out the sawdust and my wood chips, so that the men had a little extra man glitter. One of the guys said that doesn't work as for attracting females. And I said, well, heck, it worked for me. I've got 4 of you standing here in front of me.
There you go. I posted a bunch of pictures last week. One was a little walnut, kind of a closed form, hollow form. It's right there at the cusp of being one of the two. And somebody said, if you used abrasive paste up to 1,000 grit, there's something wrong. I started looking at the picture, and sure enough, right at the highlight of the piece, there were sanding marks. Which just, and I don't think they were as visible to the naked eye as they were in the picture. So
that's not the fault of the abrasive paste.
No. And I said as much that I just missed it.
That's user error. Well, the one mistake a lot of people make is, okay, you're sanding like you are right now, and then they just walk away and leave it. But your very final coat of sanding should be hand sanding with the grain.
Exactly.
And
well,
a lot of people forget to do that.
A lot of times you're using a rotary or a inertia sander will take care of it as well. That particular piece was one that I did in demo up in northern Ohio, and I didn't have any of that. And I was just sanding as quickly as I could just to knock everything down for demonstration purposes. And I never went back and finished sanded it. And I should have put it back on the lathe when I got home and done a little better job. But I didn't.
I like that.
And I was called out. Yeah, I kind of like the bottle shape that we got here. I had to hand sand that particular grit because it does not have a Velcro back. Yeah, y'all probably can't see it. There's one of those grooves is still apparent right there, but I'm going to use that. I'm actually going to put grooves back into it and burn it.
We could see it before like the second grit of sandpaper.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
It's just a little bit there, but it gives me a place where I know where it is. It was in a good spot. I'm going to put 2 more below it. If you happen to be an Eddie Castellan, Captain Eddie follower, back when he was doing so much turning, he did one video proving that even an inertia sander is much better than than sanding by hand because of the rotation of the sandpaper. It does make a difference.
Oh, Wayne is in the background if you'd like to let him join
Hey,
us.
sure, absolutely.
And Alex, I agree. I'm not a hot weather fan. Hi, Wayne. Glad to see you.
Evening, guys. Sorry I'm late. I was
Hey,
having a snooze.
we'd rather have you late than not at all.
That's right.
I was disappointed when Doug first went live because even Todd wasn't here.
I made it about 10 seconds before he went live.
That's right. And that was
Oh.
only because I was slow hitting the button.
Yeah, you were late.
Now,
Yeah,
Rex,
well, I've made it 12 minutes in, so there's not much happened so far.
No.
Rex is asking, what grit are you using as the last sanding before the hand sanding? And what grit do you hand sand with?
240 will be my last grit, and then I'll use the abrasive paste.
Okay.
Evening, Rex.
Like Ruby said a while
Evening,
ago,
Chris.
I'll come back.
I'm just going through who said hello.
Yeah.
Todd said hello. Salisbury Crafts has said hello to me. Obviously Lucy, Gav, Roger, Chris, Ian. Pleased to see everybody. Oh, look at the chat anyway.
Yeah.
So with that axe abrasive paste that you like to use,
Yes.
what is that what they recommend you sand to, 240? Because I always sand to 400 before it. But a different brand.
Well, yeah, it depends.
Hey, Marcel.
I know with Yorkshire grit, as well as with axe for that matter, the grits pick up. They start at about 320. And
No,
so,
with Yorkshire grit, now I demonstrated Yorkshire grit for quite a few years.
yes.
It shows and things. And Glyn always said you sand to 250 or 240, I should say. Then you use the Yorkshire grit. And what you should do, once you've sanded, you use sand and sealer. Once you've sanded, you use sand and sealer. Because that actually protects the wood from taking in any of the oils and the wax. So you use sand and sealer, whether it's a cellulose sand and sealer or whatever. Use the sand and sealer, then you use the grit, and it doesn't really matter which grit you're using. Obviously, I've only demonstrated Yorkshire grit, but you use the Yorkshire grit, and that gets it up to around about 1,000.
Yeah.
And then if it's a really hard wood or the likes of resins and acrylics and things like this, you can use the Yorkshire grit fine, the same as the African fine. You can use that, and that gets it up to around about 2,000.
Yeah.
And I've got to say this: any of the grits basically act the same way. Whether you're using Yorkshire grit, axe, there's a new one in the UK which is called Northern grit.
Superior grit in Canada.
Superior grit in Canada. Taylor's Murfield do True Grit. They basically all work the same way.
Yeah.
Well, they're all made of the same ingredients.
Yep.
Pretty much.
Hope
Same
that answers
idea
your
here.
question, Bud.
I just saw some horizontal lines, some radial lines. So I'm coming back with my 240. And this answers the question further. Just actually after every grit, you should come back with the grain. And that just kind of camouflages some of those radial lines that you put in.
Yeah, I saw a couple of comments on your post you put with the,
Yes.
I think it was the walnut hollow
Yes.
form.
Yes.
I didn't
they
bother
were right.
myself.
That's what we were talking about just before you came in, Ryan, is somebody called me out on it, and they were totally correct. I had not actually done my finish sanding. I did demonstration sanding on that piece, and they showed right in the shoulder of the piece. So now, especially with
Hey,
just now
Lucy.
coming back, and I've taken all those out, so they won't be a problem. Uh, let's come back. Let's do this the way it ought to be done. A little bit of sanding sealer on this mahogany. That'll be good because mahogany is so open.
And the other good thing about using any of the abrasive grits, usually when you're using sand and sealer, if you're not using an abrasive grit, it's got to be knocked back. If you are using an abrasive grit, it doesn't have to be knocked back because obviously the grit is abrasive and that knocks it back.
Yep. I'm applying the grit with some of the
Now, Paul
white
points
nylon
out
pad.
that if you look at that piece from left to right, it's a goblet, and from right to left, it's a vase.
There you go.
That's the good thing about wood turning.
There are some fantastic shapes. You can do them either way. I know Wayne does a vase that works out very well in either direction. I've turned several of those myself, and I've mentioned that. People say, "Oh no, you got it the right way." I said, "Well," and then I take it, turn it, flip it right upside down. Oh, I see what you're saying now.
Yep, that's it. I mean, and it's a very simple shape to do as well.
Mm-hmm.
Mike's in from Dancers.
Hey, Mike.
Hi, Mike.
He says he just spent 12 hours sanding and he walks into this. Maybe that's enough sanding.
You're getting
Yeah,
your sanding fix.
No, I think the sanding that Mike is doing is a bit more difficult than what Doug's doing at the moment.
Yes,
to tell you the truth.
absolutely. Absolutely. So we sanded up to 240. I did knock it back further with the Scotch Brite pads, the gray and the white. Then I applied the sanding sealer, and then applied the abrasive paste with the white Scotch Brite. So we're right now, I'm just running at 200, letting the abrasive paste do its thing. Using that same piece of paper towel, I hadn't turned it at all. You can see, well, sort of, you can see how brown that's gotten because it's picked up the dust. But it has broken down already. So.
That is the other good thing. For those of you that don't use abrasive paste, the good thing about using abrasive paste is, as you can see, I don't know if Doug's actually got his extractor on at the moment, but you don't need to have the extractor on.
Right.
Right. Because you're not putting it in the air. And
you're not
Tony,
putting it in the air. It's all getting picked up.
Yeah, and Tony has joined us.
Evening, Tony.
Hey, Tony.
Michael McEwen joined.
Hey, Michael.
Evening, Michael.
Hey, Michael.
You're sweet potato.
Yes.
I just happened to look up, and there was sweet potato right there in the chat.
She's been here for a little while, Doug.
Okay, all right. Just change, or just open up. Blah, 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 blah. Easy for me to say. I just sped it up to 400 and changed to a clean piece of paper towel, just on the other end. Just
Ronald
working this
Todd
off
just
now.
joined.
Evening, Ronald.
Ronald.
They're on.
Roger, Gav, Todd, all you folks. It is good to see all of you. I don't know why.
Scott
When
Hampton is in the
Hey,
house.
Scott.
Scott's just come in.
Hi, Scott.
I don't know why it is when it's terrible weather here. I just expect everybody's got terrible weather and they got other things to do. And then again, I know what I've done all morning to this point. I've been watching YouTube.
Well, Lucy says that Gideon is with her watching you.
Good
Okay.
evening, Gideon. How are you doing,
Good to see you,
sunshine?
Gideon. So every time I speed up now, I'm changing to a clean piece of the paper towel. In fact, in my last time or two, I will get a new piece of paper towel. I'm still picking up stuff, so speed up one more time, up to 600 now.
Mike says what he's making now is a cube with hyperbolic excavations with a sphere inside and a six-pointed star, which is a stellated cube inside the sphere, all hollowed and pierced, so probably yes.
Oh, my life.
Wow.
Holy moly.
So
know
the
what that
rest
guy-
of you guys, what you're saying by your comments is that you need to brush up on your math so you can figure out what that shape is.
Yeah, but the thing is, well, Mike, I think Mike's only been. I think he had some metalworking experience, but I think he's only been turning for around about 5 or 6 years. Wood turning, I should say.
Well, I think it's all in how your brain is orientated towards approaching things and learning things.
Yes.
I mean,
I'm
I
not
know,
oriented that way.
the length of time you're turning doesn't necessarily make all that stuff easier. And
All
Mike
right.
says he took some lessons from Aleister Crowley.
Oh, I like that, Mike.
Up to 900 now. Fresh piece of paper towel. I should be just about done as far as this process goes.
It's getting a nice shine to it.
Yeah. And I did see in catching up on all my backlog of videos, saw somebody use abrasive paste and said, and that's good enough. That's the shine I'm looking for. Problem is, this shine won't hold up very long.
No.
So what at some point I'm not going to do it right now, but I will be putting wax on this to finish it off. It can be another finish, a lacquer or shellac. Just need to give it a little wipe down with some alcohol, and it'll be fine. Da, da, da. That looks good. I'm looking especially through here. I'm not seeing any radial lines at all. So we've taken care of that. Like I said, on that piece of walnut, that was totally my fault. It was not the fault of the abrasive paste or any other part of the process for that matter. The process was me. So anyway, and in to the naked eye, it doesn't show up nearly as much as it did in that picture.
Don't worry about it, Doug. In our
I'm not.
world, you're still allowed to be human.
I am not worried about it. Okay, get rid of that step center. Put my little tenon in there. Roll that around.
Tony says that he always follows up his shop grit with his shop shine, and 90% of his pieces are only buffed and waxed these days.
Yeah, that's the thing to do. If you put use the abrasive paste and then a wax of some sort, that's a good finish. Really
It
good
is.
finish. It works fine.
Now, Lucy says she's told Gideon he can have another 20 minutes if he sits and reads his book. He's just starting to read How to Train Your Dragon.
Okay.
That works better, Lucy, actually, if you get him a dragon as well.
All right.
Well,
Back
he's
that
dad.
tool rest off
Gideon's
just
dad
a
is
touch.
big enough to be a dragon.
And Todd says he's currently reading The Perfectionists, How Precision Engineers Created the Modern World by Simon Winchester. That would be an interesting book. I noticed lately on Facebook there's been a lot of presentations about how women have changed a lot of things in manufacturing
I've
and
actually,
engineering.
since you put those posts up, Ruby, I've actually watched a good few of them, and
Well,
it's really, really very interesting.
yeah, like back when I was going through school, women couldn't get into the trades and they couldn't get into engineering. Or I definitely would have gone into engineering.
Oh shoot! What's can't think of the name of the movie now.
You're thinking about the one with the women at NASA?
Yes.
I can't
Yeah.
think of the name of it either. But
No, but that was a very good one as well.
yeah,
Not just
and I-
women, but black women.
yeah.
Yeah, and I can't think of the name of that movie now as well, but it was Kevin Costner that was in it.
There's another movie.
Hidden Figures. Chris Charlton's just put it in.
That
Thank you,
sounds
Chris.
right.
Yep, thanks, Chris.
There's another movie about it was about a women's military unit, actually black women military unit, and they powers that be were trying to drum them out of the military, and so sent them to Europe with a mission that could not be completed: deliver the mail. And not only did they get the mail delivered, but they developed the systems that are still being used. And pretty amazing. It's an amazing movie.
I saw a brief one on Facebook today about because there's this new movie out about the Nuremberg trials. And I saw a brief one today on one of the lawyers who was involved with the Nuremberg trials was a woman, and she wasn't allowed to question people because she was a woman.
Yeah.
Craziness. Just craziness.
Yeah, like the world I grew up in and the world that exists today were significantly different.
Oh yeah.
On the other hand, it turned out quite fine. Otherwise, I might not be a wood turner today, and I wouldn't know all you fine folks.
Well, there is that, Ruby. There is that.
Although they did let us make those rollers for the pyramids, Wayne.
Well, there is that as well.
Here,
Yeah.
I saw that start to go.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Just didn't get it tight enough in the chuck.
turn it and
Not a major
reset it
thing.
a bit.
You were just far enough in there to use your tool to keep it from flying.
Yeah. Yeah. I felt it sliding out, and then saw it. All right. That's these. These are the Hornig jaws. They're great jaws. I like them for small stuff. They're just not that great on holding hollow forms.
Right. Suggestion, Doug?
Yeah.
Start at the center, then come back out to the side. Because
Right.
that way you're actually pushing into the center and you're not putting as much stress on the sides.
That and you're also cutting with the grain if you do it that way.
Right. Right.
You could have pre-drilled part of that as well.
Yeah, I could have. In fact, let's just do. I've got things right here. I think that everything except the bit. I know where a bit is real handy.
Yeah, there's been a couple of comments about books here. Lucy has asked Mike, have you looked at the world of books? Because Mike was asking about books. And Mike has replied, he doesn't do that. And then he's gone because all the books he wants were written in the 19th century and the prices are ridiculous.
Yeah, books written in the 1800s do tend to be very expensive. My mistake is that I'm unfortunately a book hoarder, and I have trouble parting with books.
Mm. All right, now.
Is that a spade bit?
It is. And I'm going to turn my speed down, 365.
You've predetermined how deep you want to go?
Oh, about so deep.
Including the point.
Let's see. What do we got? We got, I can easily go 4.5.
You're going to make a
That's
mark, I hope, on your bit.
I know, yeah. I visually have a mark.
Don't blink.
Exactly.
And it seems like there are a few other people, such as Dale, that have lots of books and totes.
Yep.
When I closed up my last office, I had packed my books and I put them in a storeroom. Almost a year later, they called and said, any chance you get your books out? We really need that space. I had to bring all my books home. And my wife had that fit. She said, where are you going to put all those? I said, I don't know.
On the bookshelf.
Well, they're in boxes along a wall here in the basement.
Well, when I retired from teaching, I did take a number of my books and drop them off at a few schools.
Mm-hmm.
But in a
Almost
sense,
there.
I'm still teaching.
It's strange. I've got loads of wood turning books. I've got loads and loads of cookery books. I've got loads of nursing books from when I was nursing, and loads of sociology books as well.
Yeah, Scott, that's a spade bit that Doug was using to drill with.
Yeah.
It's particularly good for drilling into end grain.
But look how long that point is.
Yes,
Yeah, you got to
That's
take that into account.
You've got to take that into account, how long that point is.
Yep. If you don't, you're through the bottom. All right. Bring my speed back up. About 1,000
And Tony
RPM.
has said he only kept his seminary books and non-fiction collection. I gave all but my C.S. Lewis and Tolkien away.
Okay.
I have all the Clive Cussler books here, and
Oh my, I haven't read a Clive Cussler book for probably going on 20 years.
well, tell me which one you want. I have the whole set.
Oh
But
my life.
I also have a whole number of science fiction books here, which I prefer reading.
You got Foundation?
Yes.
Foundation of the Empire,
Yep.
the trilogy, I should have said.
Yes.
Brilliant.
I've also got 2 complete bookshelves of just wood turning books.
Yeah, I think I've got a complete shelf of Woodturning books
Well,
dating back to the 1950s.
yeah,
Scott's saying he broke a spade bit while drilling into end grain, so never again.
All right.
I'm sorry,
Only
say that again.
sawtooth Forstner bits for end
It's
grain
called-
now.
yeah. Yeah, actually, I take that back. It's not 2 bookshelves, it's 2 complete units of
Dear me.
6 shelves each. Now, what tool are you using to hollow that with, Doug?
It's a #1 hollower, an easy wood tool with the small, little tiny small cutter on it. If I had gone sort of with my original plan, I probably would have cut almost all this neck off and come up underneath my neck through a small hole. Probably would have had to got my gooseneck out for it. With this shape, I really don't need the gooseneck or swan neck. It depends on what you want to call it. This is taking some wood out really quick. So
Now,
we're just
Todd
about
posted just a bit earlier, saying another book he listened to as he was traveling from Colorado recently was The Surgeon of Crowthorne, A Tale of Murder, Madness, and the Oxford English Dictionary. It's intriguing.
And Heather has joined us. Hi, Heather.
Evening, Heather.
Hey, Heather.
She suggested a nice set of books for me to check out, which I will.
The Chronicles of Thomas Covenant. I can't remember if I read that. If I did read that, it was a lot of years ago.
That's what I was thinking.
I tell you, if you are into fantasy and going back way back to the 60s and 70s now, is Michael Moorcock, the likes of the Eternal Champion and various other ones by Michael Moorcock. For fantasy readers, they are absolutely exceptional.
All right, I've got to get my light and look down in there. I can find my light. There it is, right here in front of me, where it's supposed to be.
Was it at the end of the tunnel?
What, the light? No. I'm hoping not to see the end of the tunnel.
Well, you know,
I'm doing
actually,
good.
what you need are one of those little cameras that'll go in and you can see on the camera.
That would be nice. Now, I got this several years ago, just a long, takes 2 AA batteries, flexible, so I can, there we go, so I can get down in there. And it really does a great job of letting me see. About the only thing I've got to do now is to eliminate my that hole from the
Lucy
point on that
is she'll be right back. She's taking Gideon to bed, and Mike has said, "Haha, Wayne, Eric of Melnibourne is my favourite. I still got a full set of the first editions and second editions with Michael Whelan's artwork. Oh, nice one, Mike. nice one.
I agree.
I think Michael Moorcock was the first fantasy books I read in late 60s, early 70s, tell you the truth. He also named the band, sorry, the band Hawkwind took their name from one of Michael Moorcock's books.
And Todd's asking for the Cussler aficionados, which characters are your favorite? Well, of course, it would be Dirk Pitt.
And Mike has said there are many good Moorcock interviews on YouTube.
Now, Doug, you've switched to the finishing tool?
I did. Just kind of smooth out some of the rough spots and the trenches that were left by that little one.
Yeah, Dirk Pitt, and what was the Admiral's name? Because he was sometimes quite cool as well.
Yes. And yes, Todd, the first books that both Wayne and I read were printed on the Gutenberg press.
I got out of a semester of church history talking about the Gutenberg press. And the funny thing was, all my information was right. But the question was to pick a century in church history, and why was that so important? And I talked about the Gutenberg press and how it put the Bible in the common man's hand and this, that, and the other. Lo and behold, I was talking about a century after I was supposed to be.
Oops.
So,
Yeah, oops.
Yeah, Sandecker was the admiral in Cussler's books. Thanks.
Yep, thank you.
all right, it's going to slow my speed back down. I'm not going to sand all the way down in there. I value my fingers too much to do that. I could use a stick. But I don't know that it's really necessary.
Your fingers must be longer than mine.
Well, they're not all that long, but like I said, longer. It's all that's necessary.
Now, Mike has said Ruby turned the rollers for the Gutenberg press, Todd. That's what he heard anyway. And
Well, he's right. I did.
yeah, Paul Hunter has said Todd Howard has said cube painting.
Well, I did do that as well.
Yeah, because you were a bit of an artist before you started doing wood turning, weren't you, Ruby?
Yeah, I was a painter long before I turned. And Jason, I think you're right. I think your piece has come a little bit off center, Doug.
It has been from the beginning. I remember I did not go back and do anything on the outside once I turned it around. It's definitely not moved because I can't tell you how old this wood is. It was a bed post long before I got it. So
Yeah.
Well, being off center is fine because all of us are slightly off center too.
this is true.
Oh yeah, not slightly in my case.
Well, I was being generous, Wayne.
Oh, cheers, pal.
Hey, who would want to be not off center? It's a lot more fun this way.
A lot of things you can kind of throw off because you are a little off center.
That's right.
All right. Next. Yeah, I was concerned about the inside and the outside and getting it nicely sanded and finished, but Inside, I'm not so concerned about. And normally, what I had originally intended was to go through a very small opening. This is much larger than I originally intended, but it'll be just fine.
Paul made the comment, if only bedposts could talk, Doug.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank goodness they can't.
That's true too.
And
And
Gav
Gav,
has said, oh, go on, Ruby, go on.
and Gav says that limited edition, he likes to call it when anyone asks why he's weird. That's true. We are limited editions.
Yeah, the thing is, as far as I'm concerned, everybody else is weird. I'm just normal.
Now Dale says his first grade books were written by hand with a quill. Well, back when I was a kid, and even in pretty well almost up to university, that was all we had to write with because um, pens like Bic pens and stuff didn't exist back then. We just had bottles of ink with pens to stick in them.
Yeah, I still remember my desk at grammar school where we had the ink bottle in the recess at
Yeah.
the top of the desk that we used to
Yep.
dip the pens into to do the writing. Yeah, and Paula said Wayne was chalk and slate. Yeah,
Actually, you can laugh because I can remember in grade school we had a slate with chalk that we had to write with. Well, yeah, Reed and Papyrus, which was the first type of paper that came out, was that was actually quite common back then, Mike. I actually, I hate to say it, I feel sorry for young people today because they didn't go through all those neat experiences that Wayne and I did.
Oh, and
Goodness.
there was another right. They were talking about writing now and stuff like this, and that includes typewriters. And
Oh,
there was another woman in the 1940s who was a secretary of the bank. I think this is one that you put up, Ruby. She was a secretary of the bank, and at that time, when people
right.
writing on typewriters, if you make a mistake
You had
typing
to
a
start
letter
over.
on a typewriter, basically you had to do the whole page again.
Right.
Right?
So she went home in her kitchen and developed liquid
White
paper,
out. Yep.
Whiteout.
whiteout,
We
yeah,
used to flip
whatever
it.
you want to call it. That's what she developed. And after 25 years of doing this, she built the company up and up and up and up, and finally sold it for $45 million.
Mm, 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 mm.
And when she first proposed it to different companies, they kind of rebuffed her and said, "Oh, that'll never sell. It's not a worthwhile product."
Yep. And the laughable thing about this, which I found really brilliant, which was right at the end of the thing, after she sold it for $45 million, that's when word processors started coming in, so you could actually alter things.
Right?
Yeah.
So you didn't have to retype everything or use the liquid ink or whatever it was called. You could actually change it with the word processor, and then we got computers, so you didn't have to do it at all. So she made a killing on that. It took her 25 years, but she made a killing.
That's all right. And the timing of it was
Yeah,
perfect.
and Todd at Glencova said she was the mother of Michael Nesmith from the Monkees, and she was. Yes, that's right.
Hmm. I had not heard that. That's interesting. I took an aptitude test one time um, as an adult, and we got through the testing, and the guy scored it all, and I went back for the evaluation, and he says, two things you should never be. Forget what the first one was,
But the second one was a secretary. He said, you can do anything you want to be, but you should not be a secretary. I said, why not? He says, because you can't spell. I said, well, duh. He held up his big pen and he said, if only pens had autocorrect on them. There was no such thing as autocorrect at that time.
No,
Yeah.
there wasn't.
So he and I talked and we had a good laugh about autocorrect and how that would probably never be a thing. And lo and behold, now we fuss about autocorrect on our phones because it gets us more often than not.
Now, Scott has said he's given a live YouTube demo on making small ornaments. Take these are Christmas ornaments because I did see the post. If anyone wants to join in, is that happening now, Scott? Has it already happened? Are you doing it in a wee while?
Or give us the link for it, please.
He can't. He
he
hasn't got a
can't.
spanner.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's happening. He's saying it's happening tomorrow.
All right.
All right. Thanks, Scott.
What time, Scott?
I'm just going to have a look and see if I can find
I have
that.
seen it, but I don't remember offhand.
What is today? The 18th?
Yeah.
So that would be happening on the 19th. Let's see. Let me see if I'm pulling up the right thing from him.
You know, it's a good thing you do these on Tuesdays, Doug, because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have a flippin' clue which day of the week I'm on.
Well, I'm kind of the
Yeah,
same way.
here.
I am kind of the same way. Tuesday.
I think that's it.
Oh, you got it there, Todd? That's grand. Thank you.
Thank you,
Very
Todd.
good.
Okay, so
Very
that's at 5 o'clock Eastern time.
Okay.
2 p.m. Pacific time. Lucy, there's 5 hours difference to Eastern time.
Yeah,
Oh,
between UK and the UK, it's 5 hours to Eastern time. I think it's about 8 hours to Pacific time.
So Scott's
that
thing
would be
would be at
about right.
10 p.m. for you, Lucy.
Scott, I'll have to tune in a bit later. I'll work until 2:30, and then it takes me anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour to get home, depending on the buses from going out to the parking lot. So I will watch it later. That's
Yeah.
a cool thing.
Lucy said, Ruby, I rely on C Babies to tell me what day of the week it is. C Babies is the BBC children's program.
That's good.
Give it just a touch more speed. We're just buffing up the wax that I put on. I did put sanding seal on the inside.
Todd Cove has said the Scott is turning miniature items or Lucy's full size.
Hey, Todd, there's nothing wrong with being small. Believe me, we get to enjoy a lot of things tall people don't. And Rex has to leave, unfortunately. Thanks for having come in, Rex. We appreciate
Cheers,
it,
Rex.
having you here.
Yeah,
And,
nice to see
and
you
all
in the
the
chat.
best to you. Yeah. And Lucy says everybody will be in bed, so she'll be able to watch Scott's thing tomorrow night.
Scott is so dynamic in his demos that one time at SWAT, he caused the whole building's electric to go out.
Really?
Yeah.
There you go, folks.
Hold it back a little bit. There. Right there is perfect.
Got some
nice one, Doug.
Going and nice little shine. You really can't see down inside. I can't hardly see down the side, but I've got it down. I've got it waxed down to about there. So probably put one more coat of wax on the outside.
Just
You
to have to
better pull your mic up a little bit, Doug.
There we go. Is that better?
Yes,
That's
a
better.
whole lot.
All right. Well, it doesn't take much on these microphones to be wrong. But anyway, there you go. Let's see. There.
Well, Gav says, very nice, Doug. What's next? It's early.
Well, it's not that early. It's right
Yeah,
now 4 o'clock.
Yeah, you've got 2 minutes, Doug.
4 o'clock, and I do have a meeting I've got to go to here in just a little bit. But we're all right. We're fine. We got, like I said, I got 2 hours to make a 45-minute trip, and there's some
Mike
playtime
said
in there.
you could finish it with a bit of Mr. Sheen.
Oh me, I've got all kinds of things. I got plastics. I've got Rust-Oleum 2X. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. I don't have any lacquer. I've got some shellac over there. I've got all kind of fun stuff, but I'll probably just put another coat of wax on it because I've still got the tenon, so I can put wax on it from now till cows come home. I've also got a Bill buffing system, so I could do that real easy. Nice
Yep.
hard carnauba wax there. But anyway, there you go. That's again just a way to recycle some wood. It was destined for the landfill or fire pit, one of the two. And instead of that, and I was going to put some burn lines on there. I may still do that. I've got
that would work really nice as a pencil holder.
It would. It'd hold 3-4 pencils.
Yeah.
I did a 1-inch hole there, and I opened it up just a hair, just so it's relatively even going down through the neck here. But it's anyway, yeah, it would hold just a few pencils, some dried flowers, just sitting on a shelf somewhere, just making a nice little pot. So anyway, thank you guys for being here, joining me. It's been a lot of fun. Anytime turning on the lathe is better than a day in the hospital. So I'm always happy to be at the lathe.
We're glad
Anytime.
you are too.
Anytime. I was telling Ruby earlier, my mother is in the hospital. They put her in the hospital last night.
Oh no.
Yeah, she's got some dehydration going on, which causes blood pressure to drop and on and on and on. So anyway, they're working on getting all that squared away. Dad's not super concerned. So I just feel fortunate to have the two of them. I'm very fortunate at my age and their age. I really like that section right there. It's got some little bit of lighter colors in it. Anyway, just to still have my parents and even with some health issues that are going on, it's still good to have them around. So anyway, thank you all so much for being here. As far as I know, I'm still good for next week. So be watching for the notice. We'll put that out as soon as we can. I've got an idea. I've just got to find the right pieces of wood to do what I want to do. And do a little. I got to get a little prep time together so I can do some of these projects that I want to do. Got some more coloring coming up in the days ahead. Jason will send you an invite when I'm doing the coloring. I thought I might do it with this, but I forgot that it was mahogany, and so no coloring necessary. It's got plenty of color to it. Even though we proved last week you can color mahogany. If cedar will color, mahogany will color. So we proved that last week real well. Anyway, thanks for being here. Oh, let me change cameras. Good grief.
Well, one comment I want to make is I hope Wayne and Todd are available next week because I have a student coming up from Florida for lessons.
Oh my.
So next week is Wednesday's the day before Thanksgiving here in the U.S.
This is Tuesdays.
So we'll be on Tuesday, Todd.
Oh, Tuesday. Well, that gives me an extra day of prep.
Yeah.
I guess I'm thinking about Scott tomorrow, Wednesday.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, hey, Todd, that'll give you a chance to take the turkey out the freezer.
There you go.
That's right.
There you go.
So Todd and Wayne, if you're available next Tuesday, because I'm not sure when he'll be done for me to join in. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I plan
yeah.
on being here.
All
Not
right.
to scare people away.
It'll all be good. It'll all be good. So, Ruby, Wayne, Todd, thank you guys. All you folks in the chat, thank you all. It's been a great day. I hope you've seen something maybe spark your imagination. Maybe it gave you some good ideas. Whatever it did, I hope to see you again next week. So, with that, I'll say good night, everybody.
Good
Good
night,
night.
everyone.
Night, everybody.
Bye bye.